Trapped in tight, Betty, V8, symphony humming, tires screeching, engine screaming, speed demons coming. Gasoline guzzling, straight moving, track bruising, in the premium stock car, never losing. Pit crew wizards, quick as wizards, slick precision. Seconds matter, clock ticking, tight decisions. Drafting close, slingshot ghost, high speed ballet. Sipping victory, toasted champ, champagne spray. Fast lanes, checkered flags, racing through the turns. Pedal to the metal, feel the rubber burn. Crowd roars, engine soar, high stakes, high gear. Champions breathe and destiny's near. Grid start, hearts pound seconds before eruption. Adrenaline and steel, the perfect conjunction. Lap after lap, sweat drips, eyes are fogging. Fame and glory wait for no one's dogging. Tunnel vision, apex hunting, blind to the herd. Opponents tailgating, pace firing absurd. Finally tuned monster, horsepower excel. Steering wheels grip like the gates to hell. Fast lanes, checkered flags, racing through the turns. Pedal to the metal, feel the rubber burn. Crowd roars, engine soar, high stakes, high gear. Champions breathe and destiny's near.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready to rock and roll here this evening from the beautiful Kansas Speedway here with the Premium Stock Car Racing League. As these drivers get ready to rock and roll, they get ready to go to battle. The Premium Stock Car Racing League gets ready for what is their sixth playoff race of the season, which is their third to last race of the year. So there's only 2 races after tonight for these drivers, and that means that our final 6 drivers left in the hunt for the championship here this evening, they gotta have a good performance, a good run, potentially win this race, and lock your way into that championship finale in Auto Club Speedway in a few weeks' time. If not, if none of our playoff drivers that are still in the playoffs can find their way into victory lane, then it's going to get very, very interesting. It's going to get very, very tough when we head to our next race, when we see these drivers go back to battle and duke it out next week for what will be our final elimination race of the season. Now, that is definitely not a spot you want to be in as you go to Dover. It's a very tricky, it's a very, meticulous racetrack where if you head there and you're already down in points and you're probably not feeling very confident about potentially where you're sitting at for the points, and you need that win, Dover is going to be a very tough place to try to go out there, get a good run, and try to win that race and put yourself into the playoffs and come from potentially below that cut line and into the playoffs here next week. So if you want to have a good run, if you want to start things off and get off on the right foot, you want to try to make sure you have a very good run here in Kansas, as you do not want to be back there behind everybody else. As our final playoff drivers here on the year are Aiden Lucas, Brian Underwood, Landon Burbage, Grant Applegate, Jordan Hand, and Josh Crider are our 6 drivers that are still a part of these playoffs, that are still a part of the racing action and are eligible to potentially pick up the checkered flags and potentially pick up this championship here in a couple weeks. For Brian Underwood, he's been there before. He has won that championship. He won the championship here last year, and now he is hoping that he can kind of recreate that magic and try to pick up up back-to-back championships for that number 6 ride. For Aiden Lucas, this is going to be probably one of his first times. He's coming in with a pretty sizable advantage here. He's got a lot of those bonus points saved up here on the year. Same with Applegate and for Josh Crider as well. So they've got a lot of those bonus points in their back pocket that they can use to their advantage later on here throughout this final stint, through these final couple races, to their advantage. When we go to that championship race, any of those bonus points, they are null and void. They are no longer usable or feasible. It is down to whoever can finish in front of the other 3 drivers in that championship for in a couple weeks. So for the 6 drivers that are left, you do not want to be one of the 2 eliminated. But for the Redemption Motorsports team, they're feeling pretty good. They're feeling pretty spicy here, as they are also in there. As check your DM sometime, buddy. I got you, brother. Fletchel, man, listen, I don't get updates on Messenger anymore, and I miss so many DMs, brother. I apologize about that. I will check those out. I will try to remember that. Shoot me another one so that way I do not forget. Also, hey girl, hey brother, how are you, Mr. Fletchel? Hopefully you're having yourself a wonderful day, a wonderful Saturday night here, as we'll see these drivers get ready to duke it out, ready to battle in just a couple more moments. Practice quickly coming to a close here as drivers out on the racetrack. They're getting their final few laps in, their final few moments, as you see that Snap-on Tools at Ford Mustang. That is the 31 of Dylan Carrier. Carrier is going to go for a slide through the grass there, having some fun as this practice session gets ready to wrap up. You see the 89 and the 87. That's Chris Getson, Melvin Brengrer rolling out there on the racetrack, as right now there's a lot of drivers that are hoping to try to put themselves into the winner's circle, and one of those being this 5 rider, Josh Crider. Sporting a new paint scheme here this evening. All right, interesting one. He's in the Crider's... What does that say on the hood there? Because it looks like Landon Burbage's ride, but it's not Landon Burbage's machine here. Crider's... MILF? Is this a MILF? MIL? I don't know what that says on the front hood of that thing, but Crider there in that beautiful orange ride, definitely looking a lot like Landon Burbage out there on the racetrack, as we're getting ready to rock and roll here, as Kev says, I expect nothing but perfection from you tonight, Peace. Laugh out loud. JK, brother, it's nothing but perfection from your boy up here in the broadcast booth. As Kev says, practice? Who needs practice? No one needs practice. You guys are good enough. You guys don't need practice. You don't have to worry about practice or anything else. You guys will be good. You'll be fine. You'll be okay, as we'll get ready to set these drivers back out there. We'll get ready to keep on battling and see who can try to put themselves up and in potentially to the winner's circle here for the qualifying session, as Crider's MLF towing. Okay. I wasn't sure what that said, the writing on it. Okay, but we like that. Crider's MLF towing. Is that short for MILF towing? Is it the MILF towing machine? I don't know. That's the big question right there, Crider. How are you, Josh? Mr. Jimmy 6 times coming in, showing the love over there on YouTube. And my boy, Heyitskevcustoms as well. Mr. Haller in the house here as well. Says, 99 is going to voluntarily start in the back tonight. Says, too much of the booze. He's been on the booze. He's been on the bottle here this evening. Says, good luck to all the playoff drivers here, as well as Jokers says, first race night. Hope we get a good show. Yes, sir, Jokers. Yes, sir. Hopefully we get a good run, good race, good show out there for everybody to enjoy, as we do see I'm assuming, Jokers, this is you. Obviously, the only driver that's out there that's new to the series is Jason. Hopefully, I'm saying that. Is it Jason? Jason Kinney there on the racetrack, as we do see Jason rolling out there in that 222 machine, the triple deuce out there on the racetrack, looking to have a solid run, solid drive here this afternoon, and hoping to have himself a good run here this evening. As Rodney Stewart, Rodney coming in, says good luck to Mr. Evan Stewart, as we do see Evan out there. Didn't we not see Evan out there? Where is Evan? Is he hiding on me? He's still out there. He's not out on the racetrack for qualifying yet. We do see the Cummins Rush Truck Centers ride of Ryan Haller. There's Mr. Haller out there on the Speedway. Here comes the OKC machine, the Mr. Oklahoma City Thunder ride out there. That is Jordan Hand, one of our playoff drivers, looking for a good run. Dylan Carrier unfortunately had issues last week and went from sitting fairly decently in the point standings last week to all of a sudden and being on the outside looking in, and unfortunately for that Carrier Motorsports ride did end up missing the cutoff line, got eliminated last week from the playoffs, but right now, showing that if he was here, if he was a part of these playoffs, that he could be the car to beat here at Kansas, as he's got the quick time here in qualifying. Josh Crider out there in the Crider MLF towing ride, jumps up into position number 4 on the racetrack. We do see Applegate out there in his Findlay Farms number 57 machine, as he's currently sits in about the 6th position here in qualifying. Nathan Brookover, he's sliding out there. There's that Budweiser Premium Stock Car Racing League number 8 ride, as Brookover hang on to it, gets a little slideways down out of quarter number 4, able to hang on to it, keep it rolling. Unfortunately, that's going to kill a lot of his speed and momentum there on that lap. Evan Stewart also down through the grass there, as he's going to go for a bit of a slide right there. He's going to take that car back down pit side and get reloaded and ready to roll here for another qualifying attempt. Brookover, he jumps out, and he's looking to just try to get a good solid lap in here, a good solid run, and hoping to maybe move forward a little bit on the timesheets here, trying to give himself a better starting position on the day. As ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we can't thank you guys enough for tuning in and showing the love here this evening. If you haven't already, make sure you guys do us a favor, hit that like button on the stream right now, hit that thumbs up button, hit that share button, and hit that follow and subscribe button. Become part of the Peacemaker family here today as we get ready to go to battle here in just a few more moments. What we're going to do is we're going to jump over and get our national anthem here. Our national anthem coming up right at you here, as we're going to get Landon Burbidge, the driver of the number 2 Chevrolet, to jump up and give us our national anthem here this evening from Kansas Speedway. Alrighty, shout out there to Landon Burbidge coming in with our national anthem here this evening as drivers ready to rumble, ready to go to battle, as practice and qualifying have come to a close. Our A main feature event about to get underway as we'll get our opening command here from Lonnie Crider. Crider gonna hop in here and give us our opening invocation here this evening.
We're in Kansas City, a great track to run on. You can pretty well run anywhere. Sometimes you can go 4 wide. Guys, we're still racing for those points and racing for that championship. And some of those guys that's not in the championship points, they're looking to be spoiled tonight. So let's have a great race. God bless America. God bless every one of us. Start those engines, guys, and let's go racing, and let's have a lot of fun.
Woo! Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go, chat. Let's go to battle here. Huge shout there to Lonnie Crider coming in with our opening invocation here as we get ready to go to battle. We'll get these drivers ready to roll out on the racetrack here for our A main feature event. Our A main coming up next here in just a couple more moments. Drivers will get ready to roll down off of pit lane and ready to duke it out here. And starting on the pole in the number 31, it is the Snap-on Tools machine. It is Dylan Carrier. Carrier will start in that pole position. To his outside in the Prince's Towing number 2 machine, it is Landon Burbidge. Starting in position number 3 is the Oklahoma City Thunder ride. That is Jordan Hand. To his outside, the same looking car there as our outside pole sitter, Landon Burbidge and Josh Crider, sporting virtually the exact same paint schemes, but Crider has the Crider MLF towing machine there in position number 4. Starting in position number 5 in the Bang Energy number 6 Chevrolet. That is last season's champion, one of our championship contenders here again this year. It's Brian Underwood who will start there in 5th, who is outside his teammate in the Findlay Farms Toyota. That is the 57 of Grant Applegate. Starting in position number 7 right there behind them, that is another one of their teammates. That is the 20 ride of Aiden Lucas. Lucas starts there in 6th. He comes in as our most points here out of all of our playoff drivers into this 3rd and final round of racing action here for our playoffs here. So he's in the catbird seat right now, just hoping to have another good solid run, potentially get this win, and potentially put himself up and into that championship for finale in a couple weeks' time. Jason Kinley, newcomer here to the series in his 222 machine. The triple deuce out there sits in position number 8 with Melvin Brenger back there in 9th. The 88 ride, that is James Efon. Then we see Jordan Crider, Ryan Haller, Farrell Robbins, Noah Blackwell, Nathan Brookover, Ben Gleason, Evan Stewart, and Chris Katz bringing up the rear of the field as we will end all the anticipation with our feature presentation here from Kansas Speedway as the Premium Stock Car Racing League is back in action. Quickly, door to door, down and into corner number 1. They're still side by side down through the middle of 1 and 2 and out into the 31 of Dylan Carrier, hoping to clear that number 2 machine of Landon Burbage. Burbage, though, battling hard, sticking there to his outside as they go door to door down into corner number 3. You see the 31 get a great run on corner entry, washes up the track, almost gets a piece of the fence, able to clear that 2 right of Landon Burbage and lead lap number 1. So out in front it is Dylan Carrier, but he's got a pair of identical race cars right there behind him, both of them looking to try to hunt him down, looking to make that move, as here comes that 5 ride of Josh Crider, looking to get around that Prince's Towing number 2 machine there to his outside. It's Burbage and Crider now door to door for position number 2, and then we see all 4 of our Redemption Motorsports cars. All 4 of them right here behind this number 5 and 2 ride, as that is Jordan Hand in the Oklahoma City Thunder. Oh my God, I'm having a stroke. Oklahoma City Thunder, number 11 ride. They're in position number 4 now, trying to jump up and into position number 3. His teammate Brian Underwood, they're in 5th, and we do see Jason Kinney up here now into the 6th position as Grant Applegate and Aiden Lucas, they're in 7th and 8th. So far, Jason Kinney having a great run here. His first run with this series, and he's got that 222 machine up inside the top 10 and looking to try to break his way into our top 5 here this evening, as we do see Jordan Hand and Brian Underwood both early on able to make that move around Landon Burbage. Burbage now down 3 positions as he sees not only Josh Crider in his identical paint schemed ride get around him here, but now a pair of those Redemption Motorsports rides. A couple of those cars, actually all 3 of those cars that just passed him are a part of our playoffs here this year, and now he's got Jason Kinney trying to work his way up inside the top 5 for the first time in his Premium Stock Car Racing League career. As Bones does what's good, Bones. Bones coming in, showing the love here. Cryptic says, Carrier number 1, baby, cheering on Dylan Carrier here this evening. Roadkill, how are you, Roadkill? Roadkill says, Aiden Lucas better win this thing. Cheering on Aiden here this evening. Rodney Stewart, what's good, Rodney? Rodney says, let's go, Evan. Cheering on Evan here today. Says, happy birthday, Army. 250 years old today, and good job. Absolutely. Shout out there to the U.S. Army. 250 years old today. It's a crazy, crazy thing. Older than the United States themselves, which is incredible. But we do see Dylan Carrier, though, out in front trying to be Mr. Incredible here today himself as he continues to lead this race. Nice and easy down through 3 and out of corner number 4. He will click off lap number 6 here in Kansas. So out in front for the first 6 laps of this race, has almost a second lead advantage now between himself and Brian Underwood, as Underwood rolls there in position number 2 on the racetrack, but now up into the outside fence there a little bit of contact there. Now he's going to lose all that speed and the momentum. There goes the 5 right of Josh Crider, right back around him. Now here comes Jordan Hand, here comes Jason Kinney, as Kinney looking to move up into position number 4. So Kinney in his first show here at the Premium Stock Car Racing League already putting on a heck of a battle, driving his way up from position number 8, starting inside the top 10, and now working his way inside the top 4 and looking for more here this evening. An early mistake out of that 6 ride is now some contact there, and Kenny gets up into the outside fence. Kenny goes for the bit of a slide job right there. Let's play this back and take another look at it. Kenny going for a bit of a slider here. He's got that number 6 ride clear, washes up in front of him. The 6 does not roll out of the throttle, gives him a little bump right there, gets him loose, gets him up into the outside fence, and for Jason Kinney, that kills a lot of his momentum, gives him a bunch of right side damage, and now just trying to hang on to that race car. Unfortunately, he is now falling back into the 7th position, may fall back to 8th here where he started after having such a strong run early in this race. Definitely going to be looking to hopefully see a caution flag, potentially get that car repaired and see if he can race his way back up to the front here, as there's still a lot of laps left to go here this evening. But Dylan Carrier out in front, he is feeling very, very spicy here today, as he's got a 1.5 second lead advantage between himself and Josh Crider, as once again Crider trying to hold on to position number 2. This time it is Jordan Hand looking to try to take that second spot away from him. So Hand trying to work his way up and into that second spot on the racetrack, as everyone else continuing to battle hard out there on the racetrack. Jason Kinney, unfortunately, with that right side damage. You can see that contact and that damage to the right side. See that rear end kind of blown out right there. Unfortunately for him, he continues to fall farther and farther back, as there goes Applegate. Here comes that 76 right of Farrell Robbins getting around him now. Here comes Brookover, Jordan Crider, Ben Gleason, Evan Stewart all right there as well, ready to try to slide up an extra spot here, seeing that 222 ride struggle out there on the racetrack. As Ghost Killer says, I'm just playing Sudoku. Carrier got this easy. He says Carrier's got this easy here this evening. Oh baby, just playing Sudoku. Sudoku is nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with playing a little Sudoku. If you know how to play it, it's good. It's good. It's a great way to keep your mind always active and always going. I'm totally on board there with the Sudoku. That is for certain. As Dylan Carrier though continues to lead the way. Carrier out in front, hoping that no one catches him, as he does not want to spill or anything else. He wants to enjoy his macchiato here at the front of the field, as he's just looking to pull away. He's on cruise control here this evening. Josh Crider back there in tow in his Crider MLF. Towing number 5 ride there in that second position. Still here trying to hang on to position number 2, as again he's got Brian Underwood. Underwood able to rebound after getting into that second position, then making that mistake into the outside fence and losing 3 or 4 positions. He's battled back here now, and now into position number 3, getting back around his teammate Jordan Hand for that 3rd position, and now once again going after that 5 ride, trying to find his way back up into position number 2. And as they continue to battle back here for that second position, it's allowing Dylan Carrier just to pull farther and farther away here from the rest of the field. And then there's a bit of a gap back from Jordan Hand all the way here to this battle for position number 5 on the racetrack. Landon Burbage has that 5th position. Aiden Lucas looking to try to take it away. Noah Blackwell right there in his NJBDesigns.com. Interstate Batteries number 18 right. He's right here in this fight. He's up 9 positions from where he started. He started all the way back in 16th, now sits in position number 7, and he is looking good early on here this evening, as Applegate right there behind him. Applegate did fall back quite a ways early in this race, potentially strategy being played out here from the Findlay Farms 57 ride. Maybe trying to take it a little easy there in the opening stint, trying to save those tires, and now starting to use them to his advantage as other drivers start to fall off the pace. He's looking to just keep on pushing that pace, keep having these great laps and good runs and trying to race his way maybe up towards the front of the field here, as now he's in this fight right here for position number 5 on the racetrack after getting around Noah Blackwell. Blackwell back to 8th. Brent Brewer right there with James Efa rounding out our top 10 on the racetrack is Farrell Robbins, Jordan Crider, the 66 of Ben Gleason there in 13th. Then we see Nathan Brookover and Evan Stewart rounding out our top 15. Chris Getz, Ryan Haller, and now Jason Kinney all the way back in position number 18. A tough break here for Kinney after racing his way up inside the top 5. Then contact between him and the 6 and getting in to that outside fence. That damage now pushing him all the way here to the rear of the field, and he is potentially the next driver to go a lap down, as right now we do have one driver that is a lap down. That is the 72 ride of Mr. Jonathan Gaston. The Old Dogs Racing, the G-Man himself in that Gaston iRacing Graphics number 72 machine, unfortunately did not make the start of this race and went down about 5 laps there early on in this race. So unfortunately for Jonathan, being 5 laps down early on, it's going to be very, very tough to even try to get yourself back into contention here this evening, besides having a whole bunch of caution flags where no one else goes a lap down. He's able to get those lucky dogs in the wave arounds and trying to get himself back into the action here this evening. I think it's going to be a long shot for him here today, but stranger things have happened here on the series. As Dylan Carrier, though, out in front over 2 seconds here, separating him and Brian Underwood. As Underwood finally able to get around Josh Crider. Crider now slides back into position number 4 as Jordan Hand able to get by that 5 ride as well. We should just start calling Josh Crider Ryan Newman out there. Seems like he's a tough driver to get around out there on the Speedway right now, as Anna says 5 is not right about what he is doing. He's not right about what he's doing. It is what it is. It is what it is. I can't control these guys and what they do out there on the racetrack, so it is what it is, and they like to have fun. They like to poke fun at each other. So I'm not sure what the inside joke is there behind the sponsorship or the thought process of running virtually the same skin or the same paint scheme as what the 2 ride is of Landon Burbage. But Burbage in that Prince's Towing number 2 machine rolls back there in the 7th spot. Unfortunately, falling back 5 positions here throughout the I'd say early to middle part of this first stint of the day, as we inch closer and closer to seeing our first stage come to a close here. Our first stage about to end in not too long from now. Lap number 40 is when we will see stage number 1 come to a close. Now, we do not see a caution flag for the completion of that first stage. For all these drivers, they know that we've been doing it all year long. Stage number 1, unlike NASCAR, where NASCAR at the end of every stage, they throw that caution flag and they give out the points and they make everyone kind of come down pit side. They don't have to come down pit road, but it brings in that opportunity to short pit before that caution and not go a lap down or anything else. So it's definitely an interesting game plan here with not having that yellow flag fly at the end of the stage. Really makes this first run potentially be a whole lot longer and making it more into the driver's hands to see these green flag laps being laid down and to see these drivers potentially have to make that additional green flag pit stop after that stage. So we'll have to wait and see how that plays out and everything else. As lap 40 will be the end of stage number 1. We will hand out stage points nonetheless at the end of lap number 40, at the completion of lap 40. And the completion of lap number 80 will be the end of stage number 2. So it's 2 virtual 40-lap runs out there for these stages. But at the completion of lap number 80, stage 2 will come to a close. We will see that caution flag come out there for that stage break on stage number 2 at lap 80. So that is at least a bit of a good break here for all these drivers. If we go clean and green to lap number 80, that is a long time. That's a lot of laps and a lot of stress and everything else, not only on your car, on your mind, but also on your body. These drivers are taking it to the extremes, making sure that they run every single lap picture perfect out there on the racetrack and trying to race their way up and in to victory lane here this evening. Obviously always thinking forward to what they need to do, what strategies they need to play, when they need to try to come down pit road, make changes, or try to make the correct changes to find that extra little bit of speed in their race cars. As right now we do see Landon Burbage, he's trying to hang on to that number 2 ride as he's up there in position number 7. Take a good look here at that number 2 machine as he's rolling out there on the racetrack, trying to race his way back up towards the front of the field. We'll see if there's some strategy here in his game plan. Obviously falling back quite a ways here early on in this run. Probably definitely wasn't on his top of the priority list, but maybe trying to save those tires, maybe trying to save that fuel and try to help him out here throughout this run to effectively put himself into the best position here later in this show as Landon continues to battle out there. You see these drivers, they are focused up. They are all battling. They're all racing, trying to put themselves into the winner's circle here this evening. And right now, everyone is still trying to chase down Dylan Carrier. Carrier out in front, still has just over a 2-second lead here, about a 2.15 second advantage between himself and now Jordan Hand. His Hand was able to jump up, get around Brian Underwood. Underwood has now slid back to position number 3, now back to 4th and 5th as around goes the 5 ride of Josh Crider. Crider and Applegate both able to get around him there, and Underwood slides back into position number 5 here this evening as Anna says, go Landon, you're the best, as Brian also says number 5 must be a big fan of the 2 car. Way to show your true colors. Hey, he's definitely a fan out there. That is for certain, Brian. Definitely a fan of the 2 car. I'm assuming. I don't know what the inside joke is or anything else, or I'm sure him and Landon, I don't think they've really had any issues out there, so I'm not sure what the thought process was with it or anything else, but nonetheless, we'll try to keep you up to date when it comes to some of the inside stuff that happens here in the league. That one I'm not sure of. I loaded into the sim and saw it, and I didn't really know what to think of it. So I'm still trying to wrap my head around it or why he has it. But nonetheless, we continue to keep on battling. We do see some issues here a little deeper in the field. Farrell Robbins gonna run into problems here. The 76 ride down the front straightaway. Looks like the wheel disconnects here on the 76 machine. Look at the front wheels here. They're just turned hard to the left and finally gets onto the binders before, oh man, not close enough, not enough time to get that thing checked up, and unfortunately finds that inside pit wall. Luckily enough, all the pit crews and everything else were down and off of pit lane and did not get collected right there, but you can watch these front tires here. Let's see if we can get another angle at this one. Let's see if we can get another shot at a different angle that would really give you guys a good look at these front tires as he's going to roll through here and down the front straightaway. They just turn left right there. That's very, very interesting. It's basically like his wheel, his iRacing wheel just turned off and just turned left there on him. I'm not sure if it disconnected or what may have happened here as, let's take a look here at the left front. You're going to watch this wheel here. He's rolling on the racetrack, going through the bumps out of corner number 4, and then down the racetrack, and unfortunately, not onto the binders yet. I think he's still trying to figure out how to reconnect that down through the decision out there as bear with us here. I do see that we have all of a sudden decided to drop a bunch of free things. Should get good here. I don't know. Things should get good here. I don't know what has gone wrong. I do see the internet is potentially crashing here. The race is still going. Have had to hit buttons on top of the wheel to change it back. Okay, all right. Well, that's interesting. Why am I still dropping frames here? Okay, is Streamlabs just officially... What is going on here? Come on, Streamlabs, get with us here. What the chat? Facebook stream metrics pushing out 300 kilobytes per second. What in the is going on? How'd I go from pushing out 8 megabytes per second of upload speed to that? What the is going on here? Stream, I think it is working. I think we may be chalked here, chat. We may be chalked. We may be done. May have to restart stream. There.